Test. Yo, what's up,
Has my thing been on the whole time?
Oops. Guys, turn this on right now.
You know what? I actually watched the little countdown part. This is like the favorite part for me. Like a little storytelling, rambling, prepping, getting ready. So as y'all can see, Miracle. Miracle. You know, I'm out here. You know, I need to lotion up, man. I jumped out the shower. You know, jumping out the shower and you don't put no lotion on, your body dry, boy, your body be looking like crackers that's crumbled up, boy. Jamal's saving my life.
You know, the dark skinned people go have the lotion.
You know,
if we don't have anything.
Here's the funniest thing, because it's funny. I hear light skinned people. It's like, oh, I'm so ashy. And I'm like, what?
How do you know?
Like the same.
How do you know?
The same perfect color of the ash. Like,
we need a light skin survey. If you light skinned, how do you know when you ashy? Like, do you?
Yes, Charmaine. Let us know.
I'll put
her on the spot.
Bridget the Gap, let us know how you know you ashy.
That must be funny. It'd be like, oh, ooh, I'm so ashy. I'm like, huh?
Hell. Yeah, if you grew up in black communities, like ashy light-skinned people wasn't a thing. Like they could be ashy, but nobody like said anything.
Yeah, nobody would say.
You can't tell. Like you gotta really like magnify into their elbows.
Like they could get away with just jumping out the shower, get dressed, they're out the door.
Man,
like us, it's like the minute our skin start drying, it's like, oh yeah. You better go in there and get some cooking oil to save you now. Shout out to Randy and his lemonade. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Shout out to Randy.
This is fantastic. And this ain't a lot of sugar. This is right up my alley.
All right, we're here. Welcome back to another week. This is America's Mind, America's favorite show. I'm Jamal Williams.
And I am Christopher Barris.
See, if you guys haven't noticed, we're outside today. I don't know if we should talk about why we're outside. Is it relevant?
Like, yes and no.
Yeah. Well, not only are we outside, but we're a day late.
So we have to talk about it.
Yeah, so we kind of have to bring it up.
Or anything.
All right, so look, I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on. and it's not comfortable to talk about. Your boy got the vid, yo. I finally got it. 2 years in.
That is
years
true.
In, yo.
That's true. You've been.
I've had suspicions before. Ooh, butterflies.
You've been like Carmen Sandiego. Like,
man,
you've been hard to catch.
I dodged that thing. There's been at least 3 other times where I was like, I think I got it. And I took tests and they were like, nah, you ain't got nothing. You just like, man up, you ain't feeling nothing. But this time I was like, no, I got it. Like I knew. You know when you feel a way that you just don't feel, right? Like, and you're like, this isn't regular sick. This a new sick. Like I don't get this new sick.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I felt. And so that happened like last Tuesday, almost a week ago. And there wasn't a negative test that could persuade me. I was like, I got this. And I went and took a lab test, one of the drive-through ones at CVS, and they were like, yeah, you got it. And so that's why we here outside in distance. Like, I know you can't see how the distance between me and Chris right now. But trust me, we being safe. He's not next to me. He's over there. We outside. And as far as he's explained it to me, like, unless I like literally throw some of my stuff over there for him to mess with, then it seems like we good.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we could, because we were just talking about how it's actually transmitted, and it was new news to me because I thought it was one thing, because I've been hearing that. Is this an airplane flying over? It's gonna be like that tonight, folks. I thought it was one thing, and Chris was like, "No, it's not that thing. It's this thing." And I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, like this whole time, I thought it was the thing that I thought it was, and the nurse had to come and educate me again. So, you got to twist your mic. You see, I was not facing towards you. There you go.
All right, yeah, all right.
There you go. See if you can put a little towards you.
You know, I'm gonna have to be like the Temptations. I'm gonna be doing stuff in the background, lean back, then come back to the mic, you know, talk, and then fade back. You know, I'm a little animated. I'm everywhere.
No, go ahead and talk while I'm listening to you.
All right, so
you sound good.
Okay, perfect.
Good.
Okay, so yeah, you know what? I would just definitely say thank goodness that you're safe and you're healthy and you're back to your health. So that's the most important thing. And I'm like, COVID it's no joke. Mm-hmm. And I know I can't say what I just said, so you should, you know, X that out. But the skibbity paps is no joke. So, you know, and it's nothing to be played with. So, with that being said, you know, practice safe techniques, obviously. Practice good hygienes, obviously. And those things will help you. You know, they will help you. They'll help the prevention. They will help the prevention of others and things like that. And you know what? To be honest with you, really just do research too. Not saying that he doesn't do his research, but you know, just, you know, certain things just go right to whoever created that, the saying of it, go right to it and just read it, you know. And some of it is pretty simple, pretty laid out. But that was our delay for yesterday, things like that.
Hopefully we could be giving some grace for missing a Sunday. We don't like missing Sundays. No, if we like saying we gonna be here every Sunday and that's what happened. That's what happens, but hopefully you can understand, given the circumstances, that we needed an extra day to prepare and make the show, I guess, safe for everybody. and at least.
Now, the one thing, I don't know if you've noticed, Jamal, not to cut you off, on your screen, it's a flicker.
Yeah. You know, that's been happening for the last 3 weeks.
I actually like it.
I don't like it. It's a glitch, and I really don't know. I'm glad you brought it up because, you know, we ain't got no secrets in the hive mind. But yeah, there's something going on with the camera that I use, and I haven't been able to work out the kinks. It started happening when I was changing the resolution that we stream the show. Something's going on. I don't know. It might be like a hardware thing at this point. I'm not sure. So
we rolling with it, man. You know what? Like we've shared before, that during this journey, you know what I'm saying?
Building the plane while it's flying.
It ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be glitterous and glamour. I know glitterous ain't a word, but it ain't gonna be that filter on Instagram. Who got the best filter? No, I'm sorry. TikTok got the best.
Instagram got the best filters. I'm not on TikTok, so maybe TikTok does.
You know what? We gotta ask a woman.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this in the chat. You know, what's the best filter? Because you know, some of these girls, they be having a bomb.com filter.
Snap.
Hey, I ain't going front. I like it.
Filters ruin the world.
If they could have a filter machine that hovers over them and keeps them in that filter setting in real life, we need to make that. We could make $1 trillion off of that thing.
Off of what? A filter that hovers over the world?
Like a filter that follows
you. Talking about some Black Mirror shit. You ever seen Black Mirror?
No, I haven't.
Black Mirror is like an anthology show, like the Twilight Zone. Every episode's about something different. But they're usually about like futuristic topics. One of them's like, what if you could block people in real life, you know? So that, so they'll, you know, if you block somebody, when you see them, they'll show up like ecstatic.
That's
like
funny.
So what you're talking about? You're talking about a filter that works in real life. Yeah, that's some Black Mirror shit.
Like girls be just filtered out all day long.
Oh, that would be so scary. We already got makeup is scary enough. If you actually have filters that just you could walk around with your filter on, you wouldn't know who was who. You
like they would need that Super Mario cloud that hovers over your head, and it'll just beam that filter light on you. Like,
nah, man, I would make my house like a cloud block. Like it will block all internet access from the outside. So if you walk through the house with your filter on, that shit would be like
disabled. Be like,
I gotta
who
see
are you?
Yeah, who are you? I've been with you all day till you walk through these doors. I don't know who you are. Filter blocked.
That is hilarious. Oh no, iPad. Wait.
Yeah, so how's your week been? Oh, if you guys haven't noticed, we don't have Randy with us this week. We are missing our third and strongest host.
Yes.
And I've seen in the comments, there's a lot of people. Randy's a lot of people's favorites.
Really?
Yeah, Randy's a lot of people's favorites.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, we're like we're a 95% male audience. So it's not surprising that they're like, oh, the girl's the best person. But it is a thing that I've noticed in the comments that people are like, oh, Randy is the best one on the thing, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
Hey, I'm never gonna argue that.
Yeah, okay, me neither.
You can't.
Yeah, so she's not with us today for reasons we just described. I couldn't make accommodations for 3 people, so please excuse her this week. Hopefully next week we'll be back into some kind of normal show format.
We're in a normal now, and this is just being extra safe. But at the same time,
we've done the show outdoors before. It's not new.
This is actually a beautiful feeling outside,
and it's not as hot in that room.
Yeah, I don't. This is Temple City, right?
Temple City, yeah.
So Temple City, this feels fantastic out here. It's a beautiful layout out here, the backyard and things like that. And this is just, only thing I'm missing is like a rocking chair. You know what I mean? To just really zone out. I got some freshly squeezed lemonade, courtesy of y'all favorite.
We'll get you a rocking chair for the next time we got to do a social distance show.
But this is outstanding. Yeah. You know, I'm old before my time.
Yeah, but how has your week been?
So it's been pretty busy, but it was good. Just doing daddy stuff. The kids going to school soon. So you know me, I get into the extra gear, so I'm ripping and running and ripping. You know, I was taking my daughter's hair out. It took 2 days. You know, I got my son haircut, made sure he was straight. Got their clothes in order, got shoes in order. Actually got to take them to school first day. So, you know, I could see my son's getting in that cool mode. He's like, oh, you know, nah, I got it. I'm like, oh, you don't want us to walk in with you first day of middle school? I'm like, oh, all right. For sure. Like, I was a little bummed out. I kind of wanted to walk in there with him, but
now you can't do that in middle school. That's when they like, nah, get out of here. Like they want to pretend like they raised themselves.
Like a cool parent. Like I don't think I'm embarrassing, but I do understand though. You know,
you know, I don't even think it's an embarrassment thing at that point. I think kids at that age want to be. That's especially the dudes. They don't want to be walking in with their dad. They want to make a good first impression. That's around the age where you start like laying your clothes out before the first day of school.
Yeah.
You lay your clothes out. You just be like, ooh, yeah, I'm wearing that. I'm finna stuff. You want to walk in. You want all the girls to see you. You don't want your dad next to you. That's just, you know, That's that age.
No, it makes sense. Taylor, her mom walked her in. And
Yeah,
stuff
look,
like
Yvette
that.
agrees with me. Yvette says he too cool by then.
Yeah,
you want to be cool. You want to be the cool kid.
I'm like,
not the kid
ain't that
with their
something? I'm the
parents.
one that taught you the swag. Now, how dare you remove the swag master from the equation? Like, ain't this something? I'm the juice. How you
The
gonna
swag master.
remove the juice?
The swag master, Chris.
But no, it's all good though. But you know what? It's kind of like that bird in Push 'Em Out the Nest type thing, and start to see them fly. And as a parent, you want to still put that cocoon around them, but
Yeah, you still want to hold their hand and walk into the classroom.
yeah. But it was like,
move, Dad.
he's like manning up. He's 12. He's like, yeah, I got it.
So what is this? What is middle school now? 6th grade?
7th.
Seventh
It used
grade?
to be, yeah. This is it? Yeah, 7th grade.
I know. We live in LA. Depending on what school you go to in LA, it's 6th or 7th, right?
Yeah.
The school we went to, it was 7th.
It was
middle
7th,
school.
yeah.
But I knew like
Morningside, I think,
Morningside,
started at
yeah,
6th
it's
grade.
6th, 7th, 8th. That was all of that was middle school.
That Morningside was. I'm sorry, Monroe. Morningside's a high school.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Monroe was like 6th grade. But yeah, but he's going into periods, blah blah blah. So, the Brittany Gap birthday was on Sunday.
Oh, happy birthday!
So,
I think I seen that on Facebook.
yeah, so I embarrassed her with tag pictures and stuff, and sent
snap.
a bunch of stuff over
snap.
there. So she enjoyed it, things like that. It was funny. So speaking of that, so I don't know if we can talk about the Ethiopian calendar, but according to their calendar, their calendar is 8 years behind ours.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So they're in 2014 right now.
How does that work?
So apparently the calendar that they
switch
follow.
us around on here because it looks like I'm looking at you and you.
So
we look in the opposite way.
So their calendar was created 1480, 480, and the calendar that we follow was created, I think, like 1542 AD.
Mm-hmm.
So
the Gregorian calendar.
Yes. And so I was like, ooh, that's like almost like 1,000-year difference.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
So I was like, huh. But I don't want to get too deep into this and stuff like that, but it was just interesting, if you start reading certain things and certain things start.
So they're how many years behind us?
They're 8 years.
8?
8. Bro, so we're like traditional.
Ethiopian?
Yeah. So like if we was to go back, we're back in our 30s.
So they in 2014?
So if we went there right now, we're in our 30s. So piggybacking Brittany Gap, she was like, happy birthday to me, this, that, 30 years old, because I'm following this calendar now.
You shutting everything down. You like, wait, time out. You got the calculator like,
And it's funny, because I have a lot of Ethiopians at my job and stuff. So, just talking to them. And so they're like, oh, yeah. Then when I did just a snippet of the research, I said, oh, okay. What's interesting, when they get to come in the States, they get to pick which age they want to use.
Either their calendar age or our calendar age. Why would they pick ours? Why would they make themselves 8 years older?
They could retire 8 years sooner.
Yvette's like, hey, can I be in my 30s too? Can you take me with you?
We all taking a field trip.
Hey, we all like, hey. Matter of fact, I'm 32 then. I'm 32 in Ethiopia.
That is the fountain of youth. I am there.
Super fountain of youth. They say the fountain of youth is in Africa, so it makes sense.
Look.
All you got to do is turn the calendar back.
Look, as soon as I step 1 foot on gravel, I am back in my 30s, early 30s too.
Hey, I'm 32, so I got to do manual labor all day and come home. And you see what age I am when I get home.
I don't know. I might. when you work out, what number do you like? So that's just like the Stairmaster. So when you following your heart rate, which one do you make? Which one do you chase? Do you chase the 20 to 30, or do you do the 40 to 50?
Well, not just at the gym. If anything gives me the option that says like somewhere like 30 to 35, I'm gonna pick that one.
Yeah, me too. And it's like it just seems.
Because in my head, it's like I'm not. Even if I am this age, my body ain't this age. So we finna do what the 30-year-olds are doing. That's how
all day.
I think. Yeah,
I ain't gonna sit up here and cap on TV right
thinking.
now all day, like all day. But yeah, we all could take a field trip.
Yo, Yvette, Randy, Chris, everybody in the chat, we going to Ethiopia. We go renew our age.
And come back.
We go dip ourselves in the fountain of youth. Come back, and we just go follow their calendar from that point on. And, until we like 50, then we gotta find another calendar. You know what? In China, you're born already 9 months old. So theirs is kind of backwards. Like when you're born, you're already 9 months old.
That makes perfect sense.
I mean, it does, but you don't like.
What? I never knew that.
Yeah. When you're born, they count the age, the time that you spent in the womb, and then they'll be like, "Blam, you born, you 9 months. Your birthday 3 months later, you a year."
Oh wow,
it's crazy, right?
I could. I'm thinking my nursing brain coming on. I'm like, wait. How could it really? I'm like second trimester. Then I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
But hey. And you said this is in China?
China, yeah. China, you're born. I mean, guessing depending on if you're premature or not, but all faults assume everything presumed normal. You're born at 9 months. You're born 9 months old. When you're born, you're 9 months old. Yvette says, I think in Korea you're 1 at birth. Yeah, so that's an interesting one too.
You know what what the beautiful thing is, to be honest with you, is that with these different cultures and different beliefs and different things like that, it's so interesting and fruitful to see the differences that people, but then it's like when you kind of think about it, it's like, like
things make sense.
I can see why y'all saying that. Like, it's no rebuttal on my end, but it's just it's a wonderful thing, to just see that, because it would make like kind of sense. Like, it takes a woman 9 months to, have a child, and it's like, why not? At least from the second to third trimester, which is like the last 3 months, the third trimester, the baby is ready. Everything's done.
I think the youngest baby born was 23 weeks. So that's somewhere in the 5 month range.
Was that if it was?
The youngest premature baby born was around 5 months.
The part that really sucks about that is that the respiratory system is the last to develop.
Yeah. I'm sure they had to spend a lot of time recovering. Let's not get into that. we digging all into places. What topics do we have tonight? You know what? Tonight is kind of the OG show. And I say it that way is because we're digging into this. Well, for one, this is gonna be the first time ever we react to Kevin Samuels.
Okay.
I like it. You know what? And this is a personal thing. I followed Kevin Samuels, I'll say the last 2 years.
Okay.
Until his passing.
Okay.
And after he passed, I personally couldn't watch his stuff anymore.
Yeah, you took it kind of hard because I know your wife kind of was like, "Hey, Jamal's kind of taking this a little."
Yeah, not even just his stuff. Like I couldn't watch. Like there's a lot of other people that I follow, like Anton Daniels. just like anybody that was connected to him, I kind of was like, I almost didn't want to see anybody because it was gonna be like, boop, you know.
Yeah, bring you back to memory lane. Yeah.
And so now I'm kind of getting into the place where, okay,
accepting and kind of understanding.
Not accepting, but accept it.
Yeah, tell me about that.
No laugh, like not to laugh at it, but and I'm glad. I guess I'm glad I can laugh at it. But yeah, I am getting to the place where I'm starting to dig back into those kind of spaces that I was in before he passed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like you know how you feel. I feel weird about it. It's because this isn't somebody that I knew. It's not like I cried when he died. Like, not that that's one thing or another, but I did like feel it, especially at that time. It felt like a lot of things. It felt like a lot of, especially deaths, were happening, like just in my circle.
Yeah, and unexpected.
Yeah, and so maybe I took it harder personally because of that, and so it took me a minute to rebound to be able to be like, yeah, I'll look at this and I could react to it without having some feeling that it's too emotional or whatever.
I feel like that with Kobe. You know, that's
yeah. Oh,
you know, like,
Kobe's death hit me like I knew him.
Yeah, it was my lord. But yeah, and because it was crazy. Like with me, like I could never be Kobe on the court, but like those sayings and his demeanor and things that how he approached the game, I brought that same mentality at work. Like that was me at work, like Kobe at work, you know. And I used to, you know, I remember really quick, and I remember all the guys were just slagging it that day. Nobody was doing their job at all, and we were clocking out, like, man, just feeling like Kobe in 06, you know, Trey Shaq, and just a bunch of bums here, you know. Only one working.
Yeah, and we're also reacting to another late great, Patrice Oneal, who we've also never looked at on this show.
Wow.
And then we got I guess everything else. Everything is fun, but everything else is like from a different perspective. So that's why I'm calling it the GOAT Show. Because we have two goats that we're not reviewing, but reacting to or reviewing.
Mm-hmm.
And so this should be fun. I think it's going to be fun. The topics are great today.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
I said, are you ready?
Let me take a little sip here. You know,
for the millions in attendance and the thousands watching around the world.
This is just great lemonade.
Oh, Randy made Chris some lemonade. He's super happy about it.
This is fantastic. Yeah. I'm enjoying that.
But anyway, if you're just getting here, this is the last time I'm gonna tell you: hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so YouTube can bother you every time we go online. And they need to bother you every time we go online because we like having our hive mind here doing our live
plus
streams.
17 in like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, we doing good. We on like an uptick here, yo. You remember our first few months, yo, the struggle. Like, I know we are in no realm a big show. We like looking at 117 subscribers, but for a long time, we was like 20. It took us like 3 months to get through the 20.
And it was, you know, what was a wonderful thing in that was that, you know what, like, and our energy and passion was high for those followers, because every follower to me or to us is a wonderful thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so our passion and our drive and our energy and devotion is the same as when we had 7 and now we're at 117 or 118.
Yeah, so we appreciate everybody who's picked us up like this early in the game. We promise you we're gonna get to higher numbers. We're like, our goal now is 1,000 or bust. It's gonna happen. There's no doubt. There's no effort that's gonna stop. We're gonna keep pushing towards that. No matter how long it takes, we're gonna get there. Oh, yeah. So that's why we appreciate everybody who's been here And I can name some people who've been here when we had 6 subscribers.
Yeah,
I know those
Yeah.
6. I
Yeah.
know those
So- yeah,
6 people. I
so-
know when they
yeah,
pop
some
around.
some
Daniel
great-
Newton,
Yeah.
Bridging the Gap. I know when they pop around. Like the people who've been here like 100
shout-
subscribers ago. You know.
Yeah, most definitely. Shout out to the. Shout out to them. Hell, I know them personally. So it's like, shout out to them just, for even taking the time, because
Definitely. So let's let me see. What's our? There we go. That is our.
you did
this
say
is our
that's like
topic
your
screen.
favorite little tool right there.
What? With this?
Yeah, your little your mini keyboard over there.
Oh, yeah,
Next up on the chopping block, XM Satellite
so we're
Radio.
going into Patrice first. You know what? I'll be forgetting which ones I have set up, but I set them up in order to try to create a groove for the show. Hopefully that groove sticks. So we're going into Patrice first. Are you familiar with Patrice Oneal? He's a comedian, big guy.
Oh, okay. Yes, I am.
All right, so this isn't his stand-up or anything, but he was on I guess a radio show, and a woman who I'm assuming is a self-proclaimed feminist has some stuff to dig in about him with. The topic is though and this relates to something you posted in our group chat to pick topics, where Trevor Noah was talking about Dave Chappelle and walking that line of comedy. And this is kind of what he's talking about now, walking the line of comedy. What's okay to talk about? His stance is everything's okay to talk about.
I agree.
He's going to get pushed back, and we can react to that and see how you feel, see how I feel.
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
Next up on the chopping block, XM Satellite Radio DJs Opie and Anthony. They're under fire now for airing joking comments about raping Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice. Will they be the next to go? Is radio cleaning house after the Imus debacle? With me now, New City President.
And also, I feel like this was like the beginning of cancel culture. This is 2006.
Okay.
I feel like this when cancel culture just first got his legs. Like it popped out the womb, and it was like, ooh,
Yeah.
Because if you remember, it was a guy on the radio called Don Imus, and he had that. He was infamous for having a nappy-headed hose comment, and that got him kicked off the radio.
Wow.
Different thing though. Maybe that's a little more sensitive, or it should be addressed. But anyway, this is around that time where cancel culture is getting its legs, and now everybody's being looked at under the microscope. Like, what are y'all talking about?
Even us.
New City President Sonia Ossorio. She took part in a recent protest calling for radio stations to stop supporting negative language in music and talk radio, and also our favorite stand-up comic, Patrice Oneal.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Patrice, are O&A next?
I hope not. I wish JB and Elvis didn't lose their job or Imus. It's funny. This is the thing. I don't know her, but I'm assuming that she has nothing to do with funny. So I'm gonna speak as the expert on funny. Funny people should just be left to trying to be funny.
What if they're not funny?
Then you made a mistake. But how many times has how many unfunny rape jokes lead to rape? Like,
I don't know how many jokes about rape there are.
there's a lot, but your world is not funny. Your world is next on the big story. My world is people trying to be funny.
Well, I mean, you think it's okay to try to make jokes about rape?
I'm diabetic. I make fun of that. I'm a victim. I might lose a toe, but I'm trying to make fun of. I'm trying to make fun of anything I think I can make fun of.
Sonia?
What's happening now is the marketplace is deciding what's appropriate or what's not appropriate. I think the nation is just tired. There's a new mood in the nation.
What nation?
Yeah, that's
The
my
nation.
question.
You know what? We're tired of things that
Is
are
this
just
the nation that's
hurtful,
paper and you?
hurtful and-
I'm not the nation. I'm just speaking for me and funny. You're speaking for the nation, or you're speaking for?
Yeah, you know why? Because I remember 6 years ago doing something against Anthony Openy because they were just so outrageous, and their violent images that they put out to women was just uncalled for. And now I think people.
You think they were trying to be funny?
I think now
She can't answer
people
that.
in
Do
this
you think they
country.
were
This is like this to me, this is a Karen, right? Like you
Yeah.
know, we have that term now, and these women have always existed, especially like in those kind of spaces where, like for instance, comedy.
Mhm.
They exist also like in rap music. There's always a Karen who's like, this is outrageous. This is that was like Luke and what was Luke's group called?
Ooh, I don't
Uncle
know.
Luke.
Uncle, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I don't know the name.
It can't.
offhand.
It's slipping our brains right now. But even they were getting pushed back just from the type of music they were making and whatnot. It seems like there's always a Karen who doesn't like the direction that this shit is going, and they want it to stop.
Yeah.
They want it to get canceled, and I think even like back then, I don't even think they had as much of a voice. And I mean Karens, I don't think they had as much of a voice to cancel things. And you know what's been surprising to me though? How many people our age, the people like in our age group, who've grown up to be Karens, who've grown up to be the people that are like, this thing needs to be canceled. We can't have this in our and trust me, I'm conservative like some people, but I'm not a cancel person. I think everything has a space, and it's your job to keep whatever things you want in your space in and whatever things you want out.
Absolutely.
But that doesn't mean the things that you want out need to stop. And so I think there's always been Karens who are like, it doesn't matter if you're in the space or not. Everything needs to stop, and we need to, you know. And that's just the immediate impression I got from this lady.
Yeah. And also, even on another note too, that no one likes to take accountability for their self. Like, you're not being force fed. Nobody has a weapon to your head and forcing you to watch this or watch that. There's a ton of stuff that I don't agree with. There's a ton of content that I stumble on, and then I'll filter it in my mind, and I'll be like, oh yeah, my kids can't watch that, or, you know, whatever the case may be, or I could care less about it. But am I going to make a rant and rave about, oh, this needs to be removed or anything like that? Like, no. Like, the TV show, How to Get Away with Murder, like, it was awesome. To me, the first 2-3 episodes, then when it kind of shifted on me, I'm like, okay, this is odd. And then it was like, and it stayed there. And I was like, okay, now I'm good.
You made the choice to get rid of it.
Yeah, I just was like, I'm cool. Now, do I knock anybody that watched it or anything like that? No. They're free to do whatever they want. Like, that's the thing. Like, we're, you know, freedom of speech, is it really a thing? You know, because it's exercised all the time. We're on this platform and we monitor the things that we say every second. And it's like, but we have hundreds of dollars of equipment.
Thousands? What you mean hundreds? Stop downplaying our setup, yo.
Hundreds of thousands of equipment here, and we spend our time to create content for people to gravitate to, and it's like, but I can't say what I really want to say. You can't say what you really want to say, in a sense, and that's crazy. You know, it's ludicrous.
I agree.
But the people that, it's weird. It's kind of like certain people can't say what they want to say, but the habitual line steppers that do stuff could say whatever they want. Like, it's weird.
I think I know what you might be talking about. I think I might know what you're talking about, but I can't, like you said, I can't talk about it.
Yeah.
Not out here in these streets.
Now, I will say this, because it did mention a particular word of now.
Which word?
The R word.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Now, there's some lines of stupid and not smart And I hear you, bro. And like, wow. So I get it. I feel like this as a comedian. If I was a comedian, I kind of consider myself a comedian at times, you know. But I feel like if I got to really reach for the stars and go into a dark place to get you to laugh or get a reaction out of you, then you know what? I'm trying too hard. Because most people that are comics, comedians, whatever, they have like a natural thing. Like, you know, Dave Chappelle, for instance, he could just come in the room, he could just sit there and just do nothing.
Yeah.
And he could just kind of just do simple little just gestures, and people will kind of go into their own imaginative state on, I wonder what he's thinking about, because it could be funny. That's kind of like the angle that I was going when I was doing on Barris Mind with the little jokes and things like that for my videos content. You know, I would lead you to the well, hopefully that you drunk it from it. And, you know, when you do that, you're a special person, you know. But I feel like when you got to really dig in, certain things aren't funny. I do agree with that. You know, but then that's when you have to, as the person, say, you know what, that wasn't kind of funny. I'm cool.
Yeah. I think what he's saying is like a comedian doesn't necessarily, I think comedy is a dark thing in the first place.
Absolutely. Well, because they bring the reality. It's a reality.
Yeah, it's a reality show.
It's reality of what it is.
You look at the darkness of life and try and make it funny. I think that's what your job is. What a comedian's job is.
Well, yeah. Like when they when they talk about blacks getting pulled over, it's like, yeah, we can hee ha ha ha, but we know what it is.
Yeah, that's why some of the best comedians are people who went through the weirdest kind of life. Richard Pryor is like the son of a prostitute who grew up in a whorehouse. Like, he's had a dark life.
Mm-hmm. So he had
things that are funny to him he has the ability to bring that darkness up and be like, look, this is why you can laugh at these things. This is why, look at it this way. I think that's what a comedian's thing is. Like, look at it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is why this dark ass shit is funny.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you can get like enjoyment out of this dark idea. Don't dwell on the dark idea. Laugh at it and understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And take these jokes so you can accept it into your life, and you won't live in a depressive state about it, because this is a reality. So and I think a lot of comedians come out of darkness in a way, and two, that, you know, like, that's like a therapeutic like type of thing, you know what I mean, where it's like, like, let me take this bad thing, I'm gonna just make it like, you know, we could talk about being broke, because we are, you know what I mean. And it's like, just how you laughed about that for now, Chris, now.
But I'm saying, if we was to tell that to certain people, like, broke, oh my God, what do you mean? Like, no money at all? Yeah, you never been in that state? You never had an overdraft of like $60-some negative? You never been able to swipe your card at McDonald's just to buy a double cheeseburger and you get declined? You never been able to just put gas in your car, fill it up? Like, you never had that experience? Like, you know, they give me the Home Alone face. You know,
whether you got money or not, filling up your gas tank today is dark. It's depressing.
Y'all gas is high out here, believe it or not. I was looking.
You mean out in the city?
Yeah, y'all's like about 515. By my house, my gas is $4.70.
Yeah. All right, let's get back on this topic. Yeah.
to be
are
funny.
tired. You know what? I don't care if they're trying to be funny.
That's what I'm
Let
saying.
me tell you
Why are
something,
you
Patrice.
in that business?
I've been to your show once, and it wasn't very funny being a woman.
It was
in your
hilarious.
Show, when you talked about.
That's why she doesn't like me. I was in the paper with her, and the joke is hilarious. It's called The Angry Pirate. And the lady who wrote it in her outrage didn't even know what it meant. And anybody who read it laughed because they know what funny. You're not living in the context of funny. You're living
All
in the
these
context
guys
of fire.
have every right to be as funny as they want. They can go out and try to be as funny as they want, make as much money being as funny as they want. This is what's happening. There is a change in this country. People are realizing they have an opportunity to speak out, and advertisers are listening. Radio stations are listening.
You're not talking to who I talk to.
And you're not going to get paid as much money anymore.
Sonia and Patrice,
That's
look
what
at
it
this.
is. The marketplace
More
is
CBS
speaking.
radio firings. They've been on a tear lately.
All right.
Are they cleaning house, or is this the PC cops run amok?
You know what it is, John.
Great answer.
You know what it is while you're reading that paper. It's the PC cops run amok.
Do you think
Who's
she's
the
a
PC
PC
cop?
cop?
Of course she is. She has an entire encyclopedia of her stance on it, but it's no passion involved. It's not a real. This is just what she has to say. We are outraged and fired and
he's a fool.
fired
He's an
and
absolute
fired.
fool.
Name calling. I'm outraged.
Fool.
I am outraged.
You should be.
I am a fool. Now, if I called you a fool,
You know what? People are feeling a new sense of entitlement.
Who are these
to
people?
decency in this country?
Who are the people?
A new
How can
sense
you,
of
Patrice?
entitlement
Here's
to
what.
decency.
Here's my question.
I
How
don't
can
like
you
how
just?
she says a new sense of entitlement and decency, as if entitlement is something that is a strength. I don't like it.
Here's the biggest problem. I don't even want to put America on it, but I'm going to say it. Here's the biggest problem that America struggles with, in my opinion, that no one can handle constructive criticism. The minute the minute a person's feathers is ruffled, right, then they feel like it needs to be action. Like in the field of work, period, you're not gonna please everyone. You're gonna get a percent. I know if I was to go through the comments, I know there's a group of people talking crap about me, and that's fine. You know what I mean? And my thing is that I know that I'm not going to please every single person, nor do I care. But at the same time, the 5%, 10% is outweighing the 85, 75. Why does the 5%? Why does the lower percentage get to dictate and hold someone's fate in their hands?
Because they're the loudest. There is a term for it. It's called the loudest minority.
But by who?
It's that's the issue. Like, all right, so if you're a big corporation or even say a small business and you listen to the loudest minority, then you've kind of created a problem for your own business.
I agree.
Because you've given a small percentage of people the ability to say anything, like not anything, but whatever they disagree with. You've given this small group of people the ability to affect your business because you just allowed them to. Instead of like saying, instead of ignoring, there's a specific thing that this happened with, and I'm taking a second to see if I want to bring it up. All right, I will. All right, so there's a thing happening with Sesame Street characters.
Okay.
And so there was a video released about a Sesame Street character supposedly ignoring black children.
Wait, is this the Disney? This is a Disneyland, right?
Nah. It's probably what you're thinking, but it was in Sesame Place or something in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And so a mother released the video, and it appeared as if this person in this suit was ignoring black children, or these two black children specifically. Now, all right, so I'm not going to get into whether I think or whether they actually were ignoring the children or not, because that's not my point. But my point is, when it was time for the company to address it, they said what they said first is that's not what happened. This wasn't a racist incident. The person just, they were explaining that this person was in a suit, like in a suit with eyes like this.
Yeah, so
you
they
can't
so
really
they can't see. They
everything.
can't see. Yeah,
And they were just explaining like it wasn't a purposeful thing. The person couldn't see everything. They're walking and being led by a person they can't see. They're addressing as many kids as possible. Every kid won't be addressed. That was their initial statement. Then they came back after, because the backlash continued, and said, we're completely sorry. The employee is going to be fired. We're going to have employee training and, to deal with all these types of things. And so, like, this thing that could have been, and like I said, I'm not going to pick a side on it right now, but I'm just saying, it factually could have been a lot of things. But since it was presented as racism and presented to the company as racism, the company folded like fast after one statement. So now they got to fold every time something happens.
yeah,
Every time something happens, they got to fold.
yeah.
And so if you put yourself in that situation, that you'll let the smallest voice, even if you as a company have made sure or investigated yourself whether or not this thing is the thing that people are saying it is, and you released it the first time, like, no, this isn't what y'all saying it is. They still say, no, look, did you not see the video? Anything. A video, 2-second video could look like anything. An 8-second video could look like anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, now you have to bend every time. Now you got to bend the knee every time somebody has an issue with any clip of something that happens. And I think what I'm saying is we can kind of see the foundation of where that kind of ideal started. And I don't think this was new. We're just looking at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was new in the sense that this is getting mainstream coverage, and the lower percentage of people with the loudest voices were actually getting things to move. So why would you expect that to stop instead of grow? So now we're, how many years later? 15.
What I know, I'm not going to put the tail on them like that, but I know where they came from. Came from the news. What the news doesn't put nothing positive up.
Exactly what I'm saying, Yvette. Like, it seems like that is the truth, that somebody lost their job because of a poorly designed costume, and that it was framed in a certain way, and just accepted that was the case, instead of everybody digging into context. The outrage won.
Like, negativity is gonna always get the likes, gonna get the push.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk about particular platforms that I've tried to do certain content with, but some of the certain contents that I put up with, it's like if I'm bashing black people or bashing, like,
don't say it like that, bashing black people.
Well, no. But what I mean, like
I know what you mean, but
not like literally. But I'm just saying,
I'm trying to save you from the Karens, yeah.
No, I get it, but it's just like, if I put something about myself that doesn't look that good, then you go viral. But if I put something else that makes someone else don't look that good, then I get tabooed. So I'm not gonna throw certain platforms out there that I've dealt with where they've kind of forced me to retire making content, because it was just frustrating, because overall it was just supposed to be funny, and with the humor that I was trying to go after was dry humor. because a lot of blacks don't do dry humor. So that's what the angle that I was going for. And it was like every time I put something up, it was like, oh, flag. It's like, well, dang. But if I put this guy that's drunk, stumbles out, get his head bashed in, and he just happens to be black. Oh,
world star, yeah.
Yeah, I got 11,000 hits in 2 hours. And it's like, it puts the scale on me now to pick my poison. I would it now, Chris. You see what direction they're kind of trying to navigate you. Do you want to do that or not? And but I do blame the news. But I've been to places myself personally where I've gotten the wrong impression. I got rubbed the wrong way. Something, maybe my kids experienced something, and I just simply don't go back anymore. I simply don't promote the business. I would
agree with that move. Like if that's what you got out of it, then I would agree with the move that like you say you taking.
Yeah, because
I think but your move allows for context to exist. Mm-hmm. It's not like you say, I feel this way. This needs to happen. Everybody needs to see why I'm making this decision, right? Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily the thing that you're doing. I agree. Like if let's say I was those kids' parents at that Sesame Street parade, and I felt like something happened to my kids because of a racist decision. My first instinct would just be like, oh, this is not something we're doing anymore.
Yeah.
Just like that easy. Like I don't need to sue. I don't need money.
Oh. And then keep it 100 with
I don't
your
need
kids.
to tell my kids. And I think this kind of stuff is super damaging to kids. And a lot of the ways that people reacted to it, like even in a situation where this is an actual thing, right? Or this was like, say your kids are in an actual racist situation. Do not tell your kids that this happened because they're black and people are racist. And people might be like, why? Why wouldn't you tell your kids the reality of of Earth, or of humanity?
Because I'm gonna go deeper, because I've had this conversation with both of my children.
There's really clear reasons why you don't tell your kids that such and such happened to them because such and such was racist.
Because you're singling them out, for one.
Go ahead, bro. Because you're saying, you're gonna.
I'm just saying, like, for me, like, because I've been in situations like that, and for me, the best thing that I came up with when I talk to my kids, like, my kids probably don't even know what that word even means.
Yeah.
Because I don't promote that. I know it exists.
Definitely. But
I don't want them to be fielded on that every single time, because every single time is not that situation.
Right.
So, like, my son's the oldest. So I've told him, hey, Jordan, there are some stupid motherfuckers out here. Straight up. Like, and he looked at me like, I'm like, Jordan, like, look, you have a fabulous mind on you, and there's going to be a lot of people that's not going to be on the same intellectual level as you. Does they make them bad people? No. But what you do is that you just watch them create some wedges and just don't indulge into the silliness. People do stupid stuff all the time. Just make sure you're not one of those people that are stupid. Because if you do something stupid, Jordan, I'm going to tell you that you're stupid. And see, and even that word is a tabooish word. Oh, kids, they're stupid. Yes, you can. It is. If they're doing something stupid, it's stupid.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And because most people that follow racism, and I don't want to dig too deep into that adjacent complexity of the show or the direction today,
right,
but are stupid. It's a lack of education.
Racism is a stupid ideology anyway. I start there from thinking that race itself is stupid. And I'm even accepting that race is stupid, and then I participate in it. And that makes racism even more stupid. That anybody will participate in that. Like it's just, it's like it's a concept on top of a concept, and
Yeah.
I kind of get lost about.
But people, I think too, where it's like these phones, these things are very, very powerful. Technology is very, very powerful. But this is where I think, because of technology and how powerful it is and how easy it is to get our fingertips on it, people create this surge of entitlement and importance. And then I think that's why certain things happen the way they are. Whereas like if you go to a restaurant and you didn't get the best service, so it's like, okay, just don't go back. But people, because of technology, oh my God, I need to leave a review. I need to send an email. I need to post them on the gram. Like, look at this. Yeah, these moves out here ain't did nothing. Look at my food. Look at this and that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, I hear you. But they didn't do that to me, and then here come the pushback. Oh, well, what do you mean? It's like, well, what do you mean? Maybe it was just an unfortunate situation. Maybe. Mm-hmm. But you got the choice to just not do business with them.
I like to keep the mentality that more people are assholes than racist. I think people have lost the count of people being assholes.
That's a unique angle. No, and I won't knock it.
Nah.
Oh, hey, honey, I just got home from work.
I think we touched enough on that subject. Yeah. It went a little further than I guess. Maybe it went where it needed to go. So we won't apologize for where it went. But here's one thing: if you're just getting here, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so YouTube can bother you every time we go online, and you can hang out with us and be part of the hive mind. That is the last time. Absolutely last time. Absolutely. It's the last time I'm telling, right, Chris?
For now. We may say it one more time.
I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna bring that up anymore.
At least 3. You said it 2 times. 3 is good.
Yeah.
A 2-hour window. If y'all gonna complain on that, then I don't know what to tell you.
Next up on the chopping block, XM Satellite Radio DJ.
The headphones on.
Next up on the chopping.
Oh, hey, honey, I just got home from work.
You have a funny video to us. I thought it was funny as
I did send a bunch of stuff.
It's called The Perfect Husband.
Oh.
Yeah, you remember?
Yeah, that's livening up the mood. All right, ladies, y'all buckle y'all seatbelt, because this is what y'all really want. Y'all ain't getting it, but this is what y'all want.
A house project for me to work on? Awesome. I love working all day and then coming home and working all night as well. Nothing I'd rather do every single night than work on some more work. I love when you tell me how to drive. It makes me feel super safe. Plus, I've been in 0 accidents and you've been in 4 just this year, so you're totally qualified to tell me how to drive. Hi, honey. Yes, so glad you called. I actually was just thinking about how much work I have to get done today, and I could totally use a call from my wife. No, I love giving you a back rub while you cry. I'm actually really glad that you've rejected all 6 of my solutions I proposed. The best option is just to keep crying about it. You're doing a great job with directions. Keep forgetting to tell me where to turn and which exit to take. It's super helpful. Hey, honey, I'm just looking at the bank statements. I love that you are spending $9 on a drink at Starbucks every day. There's no way you could make the same coffee for a fraction of the price here at...
Divorce, get another man. I don't even want to give him kids.
Let's Where was this guy wrong?
I give you the floor, sir.
Where was he? Where was he wrong?
My eyes are watering.
Hey, and so look, before I start, I'm not bashing women today. I just think it was funny and entertaining. But I will be all the way realistic with you guys. These thoughts that this guy was expressing are the thoughts that we think about. And it's just true. It's just funny to just see it in a kind of like friendly, sarcastic way that he laid it out. But hey, like I watched that over and over and over, and I just was like, oh my God. The driving one gets me. I don't even want to get activated on that. Like, that sends me to the moon.
As far as I'm concerned, that video could have been an hour long. It could have been an hour long about stuff that happens in situations.
Next up on the chopping block, XM Satellite Radio.
I gotta figure out the best.
Oh, hey, honey.
Divorce, get another man.
Oh, you moving on to this already? All right, so let's move on to. Yeah. We will. All right, so this is a bit of an Inception. You seen that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes.
This is a little bit of an Inception reaction because we're reacting to Melanie King reacting to Kevin Samuels.
Okay.
Right? All right. So we're reacting to somebody reacting to somebody. So we're reacting to both of the people. I don't know how this works. I don't know how many levels.
Okay, so I kind of jumping into the future in my mind on what I think she's going to say. And I'm like, yeah, you really calculated this the perfect time to say it too. But we'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong on this. But
okay.
But let's see.
Oh, okay.
I don't even want to give him kids, but there's plenty of men who want to marry me. Even though I'm not going to give him kids, and I left my first husband for no good reason. That's just... Hey, Biggie. What you do? What you do, Biggie?
And
he gonna be like,
video.
zooming the time right there is that she, when her parents and grandparents said that they were too young, most likely they saw immaturity, they saw things mostly knowing her, that she was not ready. Maybe knowing her personality, what she was about, how they were dealing with each other, how she was treating him, there can be a number of things, but people are nice, and a lot of times they won't say specifically what's wrong with you. And this is what a lot of parents do, a disservice to their children, because you need to tell your child exactly what's wrong. Not say you're immature, you're this, you're that. No, call out the specific behavior, the specific actions that you say that seem to you to be troubling. Because if you just speak in generalities, a person feels like they can't address all that. And they may not want to address it at all. You know how hard-headed kids are.
Yeah, so I think she's midpoint right now.
That right there,
until she gets past this part.
The way she's phrasing it kind of is like, oh, we were too young. But they didn't really know him like they knew you. So something about you was a red flag, and we can see this here with her getting bored. Now she regrets it.
All right, so here we go. It's Kevin Samuels.
The disagreement, I think we just grew apart.
Okay.
So, but you saying
I don't understand. Okay, I don't understand the point I make that you disagreed with.
Oh, that all the 8s and 9s and 10s are married at an early age.
Okay, Okay. Nothing is absolute, ladies. We got to stop this.
I agree.
Nothing is absolute. These are generalizations.
That's true, Kevin.
But are you saying you're an 8, 9, or a 10?
I would consider myself a 10.
All right, so anybody who labels themselves a 10, in my opinion, even a lot of supermodels don't label themselves that. There's a bit of humility with it. Anybody who...
I remember one of your opinion on this part. What do you think about women that label themselves a 10? I don't think there's any... I think I'll let you talk. I think two things about it, though.
I think if a woman or a man, I'll go on both spectrums. I think that if they label themselves as a 10, then they're not being realistic with their self.
I do have to say this, though. You labeled yourself an 8, And Yvette in the chat agreed.
Yeah, I'm an 8. Like I could be a strong 9
just in case you forget.
if I put my mind to it.
All right, my bad though for the interruption. My bad for the interruption, yeah.
And thank you for the 8 compliment. Appreciate.
Just because she's in the chat tonight, I had to bring that back to remind both of y'all that that happened during the previous discussion.
Because you know what? If you're saying it, when you say that you're a 10, you're saying that you're perfect. So it is like, but you're not even close to it. So that means that in your mind, you've cut off reality, right? And now you're going to create an imaginative situation where it's like, okay, yeah, delusional, perfect word, yeah. So you're going to say, I'm going to ignore the obvious, and I'm going to create this. So you might as well just go on it. What's those little goggle things in the virtual reality world? You might as well just grab that, walk around.
VR goggles, yeah.
Yeah, you might as well just grab it, go in the virtual reality world. But, I feel like if people do that, label stuff as 10, like automatically, you probably half of that.
All right, let's see what Melanie thought, if she agrees with you on that point.
Does all that. It's a lot of bravado. It's a lot of needing to, validation, and it comes from a place of insecurity or delusion. I think humbleness and being realistic is an admirable quality that is missing today. But I know everyone has to be a trophy. Everybody's a 10. Everybody's beautiful. Everybody's is perfect. I know you can't tell nobody nothing. They just, but just the way she's saying it, I would consider myself a 10. Just that alone. She capping.
I was a track star, leader of the volleyball, so you can kind of say I was the it girl in school. But
where's your picture?
What?
Where's your picture?
Oh, I didn't want to show my picture. That's obvious.
I find it okay. So here's the thing. What I don't do often is women can. I've had women call themselves 10s.
Just to catch y'all up for people who don't know what this video is about. So Kevin Samuels is talking to a woman who's been married close to 10 years. I think she got married when she was 20, I believe. She was dating her husband since she was 18. They got married at 20. Now she's 31. She wants to divorce I guess she feels like she's outgrown him, so she wants to see what else is going on. So that's what she's talking to him about right now.
So,
opinion is relevant.
No. See, look, you can call yourself.
Kevin, I like you.
Okay, but
Kevin a lot.
Hold on, but if you like me, then understand. Look. If you can call yourself a 10, that's fine. I don't understand the disagreement. I really don't. You call yourself a 10, that's fine. You're 31 and getting a divorce because you don't like him.
Yeah, I fell out of love with him. I think we just went to
okay, but ways. Do you have any children?
No, thank God.
Well, and you've been with him since how old?
Since I was 18, but we got married at 20.
All right. And what do you think's waiting for you out here?
New possibilities.
I cut off the little whoosh. This is a lie. We're not going to talk about the fact that she's outgrown
You want to speak on this first? You know what? I think this challenge is we go let Kev talk, then we go get Chris's opinion, and then we go see if it matches up with Melanie's. I think that's the way we could work this.
Okay, so how I take this, she outgrown him. So she's been playing defense the whole time. In my opinion, I think that this man that she's dealing with was broken. And he's trying to get the pieces. And the pieces...
So let me update you guys on Chris's Chrisology. A broken man to Chris is a man who hasn't yet fulfilled his purpose. I guess.
Yeah, just
he
like-
hasn't reached the level in his
whatever his goals
his
are.
goals. Yeah, he
Yeah.
hasn't reached his goal yet. So therefore, he's not whole. Chris calls them broke. He doesn't mean like the person's
not literally broken.
Yeah, not literally broken. Not
but like broken. Or I'll even say this: that he's missing some pieces to the puzzle that he's trying to create. So I'm thinking about a young man, 17, 18, 19, 20. Men have a grip of ambition. And women love men with ambition. That's one of the qualities that that women like in men that are ambitious. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Outgoing, motivating, this is that. So she's like, cool, I'm gonna go along with the ride. I do agree, kind of, but I don't. But she goes along with the ride. They get married. Here it is, 11 years later. His ambitions have not manifest to what they're supposed to be, and now she wants out. I do understand, but at the same time, you still kind of jumped the gun. You played great defense as far as not adding children to the mix because you're trying to see what she did.
Okay.
But at the same token, I'm like, you didn't allow things to you didn't give it time. And I think that's the thing that's violated too. That's why I was saying, like, two builders, one person got to have a foundation, at least, at least a framework, you know what I mean? Because some women, they get into this, they're a V10, V12 in this relationship from day one. Like they met this guy. They're talking to their friends. Oh my God, girl, I met this perfect guy. Oh my God, he's tall. He's this. Oh, girl, I'm gonna get married. It's like, wait, you just met him. This is day one, not day 1001. This is day one. And the expectations are high, yes, but is that reality? No. So I'm gonna stop there.
Okay.
As you guys know, I'm divorced. I did not file, nor did I cheat. And this was not my story. Okay? Or I got bored. And no, I'm not sharing it. All y'all want to know, no, okay? I have honor and respect for my the father of my children. That's like go watch Paternity Court or some other drama. You ain't gonna get the tea on that. I have too much honor and respect for my former spouse and my children. But I will say this, I think society has lied to women. They've lied to women en masse, but specifically, they lie to single women by making them think that they're queens, divas, tens, and that they have this world because they're getting so many DMs or people in their on the dating apps. They have they have unlimited options out there. Just this wonderful world of dating out there, and so many possibilities. I'm so excited. Women go into it like this, thinking that they are, just this prize that constantly can just eat through men and get to the best one, or not make wise decisions, heal from trauma, delusional thinking, grandiosity, not being humble, a lot of ego, and everyone else is a problem but me. But what has happened is a lot of married women are seeing the upsides mostly. They're seeing the talk shows, and they see the celebrities are able to get another man real quick, or they see these things and they think that when they get back into the dating market that they're going to have this endless plethora of options. And I'm not saying, maybe some women do. That's true. But the quality that's out there in terms of building a relationship with a man, if you could not make this marriage work, and especially with this mindset she seems to have right now, like coming out of my marriage, even before it ended, I was in therapy doing introspective work. It's why I do this work now. Instead of coming out of my divorce bitter and I hate men and it's always men and I need someone to cater to me, I said, no, God, change me. Help me see the things that I can change, what I contributed to the situation. Humble me. Keep me in a place where I can learn and grow and become the best version of myself, and not, have delusional thinking, because I saw quickly how delusional, a lot of women are out here, or they have very positive thinking. They're going to manifest a new husband. But it doesn't sound like she's just bored of him. She's tired of him. He didn't grow apart. She grew apart from him because maybe he's not ambitious enough. She's seeing the women on talk shows. She's seeing Instagram, power couples. She's seeing, she's thinking that the dating apps have got all these options and all these men are just be dying to wife her up. It's just not a reality. If single women go to single TikTok, women are talking about in droves at how bad it is
single TikTok
out here. There's nothing waiting for you. And to leave the security of a marriage, I know you got to be happy, but a lot of women regret that, especially if they don't do the deep work to really fix what's wrong with them.
That's one way to frame it.
We can probably be the best of friends. I just think we outgrew each other.
That's fine. That's fine.
He's ready for kids. I'm not ready for kids.
All right. So I don't really see it's a disagreement here. You want to divorce your husband because he wants kids and you don't want kids, that's fine. But for somebody who's been married for nearly half your life, what do you want from a man in this world?
Well, a man of character, integrity, someone that I can grow with.
What do you want from a man in this world?
Love.
She's not getting that?
You had that.
I want love. I want companion. You had
that.
But you make it seem like people can't outgrow each other.
Well, no, let's stop right there. Stop right there. I didn't make it seem like a damn thing. I said you had that. And it's your responsibility as a wife to keep it going.
And it's also a husband too.
It is, thank you. Do you guys hear this? This is the problem that tends to happen in our relationships. It's 50-50 instead of 100. Did you do your 100% best to make sure that your marriage and relationship lasted?
Yes, my husband wanted me to stay home. I figured since I went to school, I worked hard for my degree and my career. Why should I have to give it up? Especially when I don't have any kids.
Okay. You know what's crazy?
Oh, yeah. Did y'all see that look Chris just gave me?
Okay.
Go ahead, sir.
Now this picture is becoming more clear. Okay, so this is some of, okay. This woman doesn't want to be controlled at all. So that's the number one thing right there. So she feels that because she obtained a degree, that she should be making the money. And when you make more of the money, then what else comes after that? In some cases, is dictatorship. So she wants to dictate the tempo of the relationship because the man is trying to get her to a settling state, which is building a family, and she doesn't want that. And she doesn't have a reason at all. And so you're saying you want love and this and that. The best gift that a man can give a woman is a legacy. That's the best thing that he can give. He's trusting you with his legacy. He's trusting you with this child, this precious child. And I'm choosing you. I want you to be her, and I want you to do this for not only me, but for you, but for us. And so you go into a situation, you went into a situation selfishly, for one, two, because you came in the game or in the situation not going to do certain things to begin with. You're 31 years old. How long are you going to wait to have a child? And you've been married for 11 years. It makes no sense. So what it sounds like to me, you don't want to have a child. And what it sounds like to me, you just want to run in the streets and do whatever the heck you want to do and not have to answer to anybody. because you're not even trying to answer to him. Because the minute there's some static, you're like, oh, well, I'm ready to go. And what the young lady said, that she thinks there's going to be a plethora of men around. Now, to be honest, that's actually true. In my belief, I believe that women have way more options than men.
For the takedown?
Huh?
For the takedown,
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I'm just saying.
But I don't know if that. Well, maybe that is what she's looking for. I don't know. I can't tell.
I'm like, she wants to extra. Well, you know what? Because what it sounds like, and we're growing apart. Yeah, you're too serious. He's serious. There's structure he's trying to implement.
But you kind of see why my principle is more the duty of marriage than it is the duty of individuals. Because
I do understand that.
Yeah, I think everything else can fluctuate. I think even better. I think everything else will fluctuate. Especially in like these times, in modern times. There's more room for those things to fluctuate. Like if we were in the 50s, you know, where it was a time where at best a woman can be a secretary, and like, but she doesn't really have any financial movement. I would more tie people's individual duties to the duty of marriage. I think today it can go either way.
Well, it's emphasized more.
Well,
and women are exercising that option more.
All right, so this is what it is.
Not saying that's a bad thing, but
no, it's not good or bad. Like nothing's good or bad. It's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
The men's role is emphasized way more on every level.
I agree.
Like, so even though we move past traditional times in the workforce financially,
but man is still held to
that same standard.
Yeah, standard. Yeah,
as he has been since the beginning of time. Women are now able to they're able to make more than men and still demand the same exact thing from men. A woman can marry a man, we've had this, like, I don't want to repeat this conversation, but this is why I put duty over these individual roles. A woman can make more than a man. She can make $500,000 a year and still be like, I'm leaving my husband because he doesn't make $500,000 a year. So men are still held to the standard.
Yeah,
but women will fit the standard. They'll be able to. I'm laughing at my cat because I'm all right.
Trying to get out here.
Yeah, she's climbing up the freaking wall right now. Anyway, women can still want the standard and also fit the standard, and still ask for the thing that they are providing themselves, and so that's why I rather. Long story short, that's why I rather stick with what the duty of marriage is, where rather than the duty of individuals, because in a lot of terms, the duty of individuals could flip flop.
Well, in a marriage, it should be individuality in a sense anyway. Like, yeah, you're individually tuned differently because of the mechanics, you know, a man and woman and things like that. But when you
the natural things you can't get rid of.
Yeah, but then when you follow, like, you know, marriage, and then you go into like the quotes of marriage and things like that, all of those things is tried to intertwine. That's the word that is used into one. You know what I mean? So meaning, you know, like, hey, okay, we're agreeing to go this direction, that direction, this direction. You know, it's not, oh well, hey, I'm over here and you're over there. Yeah, you're my husband or my wife, but we ain't on the same page. We ain't on the same team. And you do start to see that, unfortunately, you know, in the modern times, and it does kind of seem like, I mean, both people are in violation of it, but it seems like women are kind of grabbing the steering wheel and driving that car a little bit more than normal, because they some of them do feel like, well, hey, I can have any man I want. How many women say that?
A lot.
Dudes will kill for me. How many women say that? And I'm not saying that they don't feel, it's not wrong to feel that way, but it's like at a point when, how much rope are you going to pull until there's no more rope to pull? And that's where I think Kevin Samuels, his whole thing was built on. How much rope are you going to keep pulling? You got a little window here. And how much are you going to really start curving to this point where you get caught? From a nursing's perspective, and I'm not trying to do any HIPAA violation, but from a nurse's perspective, the women are 3-1.
In my view, I think,
and needing help, and it's like, how did they get here?
If we're being even statistically true, I think women will always have a little window to hop through. I think the issue is that they'll always, like a lot of the times, they'll hop through it. Just because the little window
is there. Yeah. Well, the window was given to them, now they're going to use it. But that's the thing, you don't have to. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, is grass really greener on the other side?
I think the shit broke. All right, we'll do one more round of this because I'm having fun with it.
This woman has never been on a dating market, and she really thinks that it's this the grass.
You might think that
y'all are matching a lot of y'all points.
Dying for her, but she actually had
just off top. She started how you finished. I think that happened last time too. It's interesting.
Situation where her husband wanted her to stay home, have children.
That's a control thing too, though. So I understand why she was
about him wanting her to stay home.
Yeah, I can understand.
Of course, it's a control thing.
Well, I understand the rebuttaling thing too. So I mean, it seems like this woman might have been a social butterfly, because she did say that she was like the baddest chick on campus in high school.
All right, yeah, that's true.
So she might have been a social butterfly.
She said she was the it girl.
Yeah, and and there's nothing wrong with that, but that costs money, and so he's like, nah, I'm tired of spending this. Maybe that's how I would approach it
right now. And it sounds like what she's saying from what I'm getting from hearing her, she wants to feel loved. What she's meaning, like, she doesn't feel connection, like. There are things maybe in her marriage, things about him that she's disappointed in, whether he's just not affectionate enough.
That's not true.
Lack of communication.
Maybe that.
But she could also be over communicating, being emotionally abusive when she communicates, which I need to do a whole thing on that because I don't think a lot of people realize what emotional abuse is, especially women. And also, she can have entitlement. There's a lot of things. She's seeing how he maybe is not meeting up and he's not a good companion to her, but she's not maybe asking the question that maybe, is there something in me that needs to change? Do I need to be, is the lack of communication just all him? No, it's not. It's you as well. A lot of times women think because we communicate a lot, like we talk a lot, we think that that's good communication. We talk about how we feel. We think that's good communication. It's not actually. That's not good communication. Having verbal diarrhea or emotional diarrhea and just saying what you don't like and do like and always want to have a discussion, that actually does not work well with men.
I agree with that. I think... well, especially that aspect of what she's talking about, the communication. I do think that women think that just because they're expressing everything that they think, everything that they feel, they think it's good communication.
No, communication is a two-way street.
Yeah, it's like a lot of like feeling vomiting out to men is kind of it's a bit destructive. Because men don't need to know what women are like your feelings about everything and how everything's going all the time. It can be that can it can it's communicative, but it can also be damaging depending on how much of it you're spewing out. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because we don't want to know all the nicks and crannies.
Right.
I mean, because we got our own thing going on. You know what I mean? We got, and it's not saying we don't care.
No, it's just that some things that we're struggling with, we're trying to figure out, and then you over communicate your feelings too.
Then the person dictates your character after that point.
Yeah,
like it gets used against you.
And then if it's something that we ignored, then you might feel a certain way that we're ignoring it, but we're just focused on. Like I said, men and women are different. Like we handle things differently. Men are already, usually if something's off, we're already on task on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so hearing the estrogen driven form of it doesn't necessarily help us in deciding the best course of action. Sometimes it's detrimental to that thing. In my opinion, anyway.
Yeah. Well, I agree.
Especially the way we talk. I've been reading books and really studying men lately, and I mean, the way women are taught to deal with men is just completely off kilter. I mean, it is completely delusional. So, what she's saying here is, a lot of women are leaving their marriage mad at the man that he didn't do enough. I don't feel connected. I don't feel loved. But the reality is, in these streets, nobody's going to be loving you. Like, do you think it's better a man who's already dedicated his life to you? You think you're going to find that again? Going and, entering your 30s? It could happen, okay? But not with the way she's talking. She's sounding very entitled and really no reason to leave her marriage. I mean, this just sounds like this just needs to be worked on.
So your husband wanted you to stay home and you wanted to go to work?
Yes. My father raised me to
hold
be
on, listen. Then you're giving up a husband for possibilities in the world in your career. Okay. Hope you get what you want.
My daddy told me I'd be just fine. My father said that a woman...
Well, here's the thing. How old is your father?
My father is 60.
Right. And got news for you. Your dad cannot guarantee that.
Her dad is 60. Most likely he hasn't been on a dating market in over 30 years. See, the way he dated back then and the way things are now, you're not going to be just fine.
The most important question is the dad still married to his mom? Her mom.
No. And it's not another, unless she already, now this is the caveat, she may already have somebody waiting in the wings. Okay. And that man has emotionally swayed her.
I agree.
And so now she has had an emotional affair or a real affair. I'm not saying, but she sounds so sure about this that she's ready to go to, she's ready to leave. But she's talking about her career and stuff. I mean, there's women today that regret that decision, but she's leaving the comfort of her marriage instead of working on it and trying to better herself and better and them working together, counseling, all doing everything you can. She's just ready to go because her feelings aren't in it. And
it goes back to what I was saying.
Like any other relationship.
I like to use the word scientific fact, figure of speech.
Yeah, I think we'll wrap that one up. It was very good for the first time to get to react live with my brother here to a guy that I looked up to for a couple of years, and so yeah, go ahead and wrap it up.
So just really quick, what it sounds like too, because she kind of said something and it had me think that in this case it does sound like there's somebody else in the wing, right? And in my opinion, it's a scientific fact that women cannot multitask.
Let me stop one more time. Because I always have to explain the criticisms. Scientific fact is another criticism. So you guys need to...
It just sounds good, But it's not
We're going to have a soundboard one day. And every time Chris says some shit that Chris say, I'm going to hit the button. Scientific fact.
Yeah, so it's a scientific fact that women cannot multitask with juggling two men identically with the same energy and passion. So what it sounds like she might have stumbled on somebody that has the same ambitions as her. Or she could be even seeking for a man to put underneath her, because she sounds like that she's a woman that wants to be in charge. And then, you know, her dad is in her life too, which is a wonderful thing and things like that. So he's instilled men qualities into her, and she doesn't know how to separate the two in the marriage. It's like you went into the marriage, but you want to have dictatorship on the direction of where it's going. So it's not working. So you're not going to go after another strong guy. You're going to go after a guy that's going to go underneath you. So she might have found that. And now because she's stating that she's lacking love. How? It's just y'all two. Like, there's no kids in the mix. They should be intimate with each other 3 to 4 to 5 times a week. Like, y'all still in y'all prime from 18 to 31. I don't even want to reminisce about me in my 20s or 30s. You know what I'm saying? We back at our 30s now when we go to Ethiopia.
Yeah, we just went to,
you know what I'm saying?
renewed ourselves in
you know, like,
Ethiopia.
Like, we look, and if you was that it girl, then it's popping. So what you mean there's no love? He loved you enough to put a ring on your finger. And he's rocking with you, and he wants to now extend the family. He's trying to keep you traditious and traditional, and you want to be modern, and you have your mind fixated on doing something else. But it's like, why? Who's out there? Who, like, why are you finding every avenue to get out the house? Like, when men do that, typically,
it's something out there.
It's something out there.
I mean, that's how we think. Like,
well, yeah, because if there's nothing out there, if we're not tripping, the best day for a man.
We want to get out there. We hopping out the window.
Yeah, the best thing for a man, or the best day of a man, is like our bank account don't got nothing pending of money coming out. We didn't swipe her card, and we didn't burn any gasoline in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the perfect day for us. So it's like, but if your man, so
and
ladies, take this hint.
You gotta add that part.
Yeah. So ladies, take this hint. If your man gotta always find a way to get out the house, then ask him, hey, what's out there? You know what I mean? I never seen a woman that wants to just be out the house. That makes absolutely no sense. And you're married. You married a guy, I guess, that you wanted, and now you find every avenue to get out the house. Oh, I went to my degree, so I want to get out. To do what? Maybe most of our friends are still single. That could be another avenue too. I can ramble for days, so I'm gonna stop. But
all right.
That's
a good. That's
very
a good
fruitful on that content. Thank you for that.
You said what?
I said that was very fruitful content that you graded up. You know.
Oh yeah, I think that's right up our lane. Like, I knew you would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Next up on the chopping block, XM satellite.
You know, I like to just have things have common sense. If it, and it's just like certain things just don't add up. Like, I've been with women that were very interested in me, and then they start ghosting me. And then it was like, once the smoke settled, and then I seen her locked arm with somebody else, it was like, oh, that's what it was. It wasn't me. It was.
I don't necessarily blame women, yo.
No.
And it's not like saying I'm blaming men too, even though I might more. But I think culture as it stands leaves a lot of room for women to make mistakes more so than men. Like, for the reason that we were talking about earlier. Like, men are always held accountable, or looking to be held accountable when they're, no matter what position they're in. They're looking to be held accountable, or they're held accountable. Period. And so women still they have all the leeway and leisure of traditional women with all the accessibility of modern women.
Mm-hmm.
So meaning they can be, and this gonna sound stupid, they can literally be stay-at-home doctors.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Like real shit. And they can be women with PhDs who are stay-at-home psychologists. Like the world is completely different. It's a woman's oyster. And so like I don't necessarily blame them for for seeing the oyster that the world is giving them.
Mm-hmm.
That they can't, like, the world's literally saying you can have everything. You can get a PhD, you can stay at home and just have in-home patients while your husband's a surgeon. You can do that. Mm. You can make $100K sitting at home with a doctor's degree while your husband's a surgeon. Like if you play the game right. Yeah. Like, so I can't necessarily blame women for just fantasizing about the world they can have, while also not knowing how to navigate that world in the traditional way.
And because of our testosterone and because of our macho-ness and because of our ego, because a lot of us are egotistical and this and that, we can't just bow down and just allow her to just go with the other guy. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about it, like with Popeye and Brutus, right? They were both sailors when you think about it.
What kind of male would we be if we just bowed down and let them?
But hold on, but let me flip it real quick so it makes sense. So who's between the two of them? Olive Oil, right? Mm-hmm. It was evident that Olive Oil wanted both of them,
right? Because
she goes out on dates on both of them. Now, who was the better man between the two? Let's keep it 100. Brutus was. He was bigger. He had the swag. He was a bigger dude. Hey, he's a sailor too. Popeye was a hater. And they fighting through the city. And just imagine if Popeye would.
And he had the juice to beat Brutus.
He had the juice to beat Brutus, but it was like, yeah, that was like the one thing he had. Because it's like you couldn't beat him nowhere else. If Popeye wasn't in the picture, he would have his girl. And all I'm saying is for men, don't get them that power like that. Just find another girl that really want to rock with you. Mm. We discover that when we get older. We don't know that in our heydays. You know what I'm saying? And now, pushing forward, now here it is 20, 30 years later, now women got more ammunition to exercise that. Like you said, they could get the PhDs. They could get that. They driving the Benzes. They driving the Rovers. They getting the houses. They got the 100,000 a year, you know what I mean, along with the look. And now they could dictate who they want to deal with now. You know what I'm saying?
And according to you, they're going to be able to walk around the earth with filters on all the time. In
yeah, you know, and then when you look at it, even the women that have made mistakes in the past, like here like, and you're going to chuckle and stuff a little bit when I say this, like, you know, like these women some women that, you know what I'm saying, were married and have 5 kids. And then she's going to just, okay, I'm going to get a divorce and I'm going to snap. And now I need a guy that makes $200K. Like, wait. Why? Oh, just because it's me. Oh, so that's your final answer. And they get away with it. They don't get a pushback. They don't get no rebuttal. They don't get no, girl, you stupid. You crazy. This is that. It was one guy that kind of gave him a little bit of pushback. And that was Kevin. You know what I'm saying?
And then we can't even. Not saying what ultimately happened to him, but you see the reception he got about the things he was saying.
And I can't even play none of his stuff on any of my none of his content because he gets muted. It is like, what is he saying wrong? Because like you said earlier, that you got that the loud crowd.
Yeah, we lost that one way too soon, yo. Like there's a lot of people saying similar things, but he had the message all the way. He had the experience and like an image that helped him determine he had all the right tools at the right time.
He had pizzazz and everything else.
And the pizzazz, as you said it.
Yeah, he had
Another
pizzazz.
criticism.
You know, he had pizzazz, and then he could back it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He had the finances to back it up too.
Yeah,
There's a lot of dudes that got the pizzazz that got the juice, but they don't, or the substance, they don't got the juice. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of boss dudes out here, but they can't really boss up. You know what I mean? So, you know.
So Yvette is asking ego or pride. I don't remember necessarily what that question is referring to.
I don't know
if you let me know what it's referring to, I'll bring it back up.
I think I was saying something about, I did use both of those words regarding guys.
Ah, I got you.
All
right, so we're gonna move on to the next one. The final topic of the night, if you will. Dusty Rhodes used to say that. If you will. But before we do, like, and this is the last time I'm going to tell you,
third time,
hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button,
click,
hit the notification bell, so YouTube can bother you every time we go online. And you want to be, Yvette says, I forgot to.
Hey, it's all good.
Hit the notification bell, so YouTube can bother you every time we go online, and you want to be bothered, so you're part of the hive mind. And being part of the hive mind just means that you're a subscriber and that you rock with us. Basically, you are like-minded. See, we're different. Usually a hive mind is something like everybody thinks the same, but our hive mind, we all argue with each other about similar, like we argue with each other towards one thought. So we're like a pre-hive mind, but we're gonna just call each other ourselves the hive mind until then.
Next up on the chopping block, XM Satellite Radio DJs Opie.
Oh, hey, honey.
Divorce,
getting laid versus getting paid.
What are the top 3 questions to ask when getting to know a potential love interest?
What's your astrology sign?
A potential love interest.
What's your astrology sign?
Wrong. Oh, God. And you know why they're laughing so hard? Because they know how stupid this is. They know how dumb astrology is, but they just like living in delusion. They like stars. They like fairy tales.
All right, so this is our boy Sneako that we reviewed maybe a few weeks ago. He is back on America's Mind. This time he's reviewing. This is another Inception thing. We're reacting to Sneako reacting to a man on the street post. And so this guy's out on the street asking women, mostly. He's going to ask some dudes too, but about the state of relationship, the state of men, the state of women. But a big topic is like astrology, as you can see. And
so astrology meaning like horoscopes?
Zodiac signs, horoscopes.
Okay.
So there's astrology and there's astronomy. Astronomy is like the study of the stars.
Got it.
Like, oh, look, that's the North Star. That's astronomy. Astrology is, I'm a Gemini.
Got it.
Right.
So that's the first question they ask is, okay. Now, I think the reason why some women ask this question first is because of an ex. They don't want to stumble into the same type of, I guess.
Are they looking for a way to link them together?
Well, not even that. So, like, if she, like, I'm a Gemini, so a lot of people like to taboo us a lot.
Are you a Gemini though? Like, are you really in real life?
I probably am. So,
but like, are you actually a Gemini?
I'm like, Gemini meaning split personality, what they say.
Oh, so you buy into the
I buy into it a little bit, not a grip, but some of it does make sense. But to put it as
I'm all the way out there, I don't think none of that shit makes sense.
Okay, so this is gonna be fun then. Yeah. So like like if she dated a Gemini, then they will, you know, when they meet somebody, they don't want to repeat the same cycle of running into the same horoscope sign or whatever. So I think that's why women like kind of jab that first. Some signs have more taboos than others, kind of, and stuff like that. Hey, and people out there, you know, share your sign. What sign are you guys in the chat?
Yeah, sure.
You know,
go ahead and share your sign.
you know, share your sign.
In the chat,
I'm curious.
you know?
I'm a Gemini, so you know we
had close to 40 people watching over the course of the night. So we appreciate the people who
I
actually
appreciate you guys, you know, on an unexpected Monday. Thank you so much.
Yeah, exactly. On with the subject.
I watch Disney princess movies growing up. They love this shit. They love not making any fucking sense.
Well, actually, related to asking about somebody's zodiac sign, doesn't that give false expectations?
No, they are true every time.
I don't know about that.
100%.
Oh, 100%. I think maybe 99, but like really close. You trust a Leo, and then boom, they're self-absorbed. Done.
Well, no, I'm just saying because a lot of people say, you know, you can't generalize because everyone's different, and I would just wonder why people would ask about zodiac signs.
I think everyone's different except for astrology signs.
Wrong.
I think those are everyone's the same. So.
I feel like they.
Bro, I'm gonna say it again. You ever seen two dudes this happy on a night out saying nothing? Have you ever seen this stuff? For men to get this happy, we need to do so much
Pisces
more work.
In the
Stars
chat.
is enough.
Double Pisces. Oh my God.
Bro, holy fuck, man. I'm sick of this, bro.
Astrology signs.
Dudes don't laugh like that about nothing.
I think those are everyone's the same. So.
I feel like they want to see if they're compatible.
Every time. Every time. I'm not even going to make the noise. You make it, chat. Sorry. But just, she's not. And the same painted on eyebrows. I'm sick.
A lot of people are and believe in the whole zodiac sign. I tend to do that as well. I don't know, I'm just into like this mystical stuff, magical stuff, and I feel like a lot of females are into, painting a picture of what can potentially be there, whether it's doable or not, but...
Do you think it gives false expectations?
Definitely.
So why do it?
I don't know, it's just...
Because you like nonsense. It makes you smile, just like that. Yes, but I like to dream and live in my head. That's a movie.
It's just about something about having hope.
Sneako's
you know what I mean?
hilarious
Something
to me.
of
hope. Not just fucking garbage,
He's just a young dude that seems like he's had it enough.
Like with the horoscopes, I'm like, why people tend to lean on them a little bit. I'm not going to say they're 100% astrofactual. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, we know, like we can agree on, like,
yeah.
That's
but
I
think with some of it on personality, sometimes, and I'm going to say like a 70% sometimes, 70% sometime on a personality level, they tend to be that way. Like this young lady's a Pisces, and from my experience, and I don't know her personally, Pisces are very smart. They're very loving, but they have their feelings on their shoulders, so they're very sensitive.
Where does that come from, though?
I don't know. It's just something.
I think horoscopes tell everybody exactly the same shit, right? So whether you're Aries, a Scorpio, a Gemini, they all say the same thing about every single one of them. So they'll say a negative thing and a positive thing, but they say things that are general, like they relate to every human. They don't necessarily.
Because we're talking about humanity and stuff like that. But there are some personality standouts, like that
you couldn't say something like Aries are extroverts and party goers. Like you couldn't say that.
No.
But because that's you're gonna find people in every sign who are extroverts and party goers. There's not gonna statistically be a truth behind it.
But yeah, it won't be. But it's a personality. So like with Geminis, tend to be smart, and they say they like to use double-sided or two-faced it. Now, I won't say I'm two-faced it, but I do have two perspectives of how I look at certain things.
It's everybody.
Well, yeah, but then like with Scorpios, that's the sex sign. They're sex driven, most of them. Aries,
I don't know. Like, I just don't. I don't get the.
You know, I mean, you know, it's just.
I need to see the stats.
Yeah, no. If you go into it so deep, yeah, it could be a little ridiculous. But if you just go by like what sign are you? If you wait, you're not a Pisces, so you're.
I don't feel like participating. Like, I'm not a sign. Like,
I mean, it is sometimes.
I think it's just lazy. People don't really want to get to know people, so they just try to pick their sign.
No. In my opinion, I think that the horoscope sign was created because you're born in certain seasons.
But you know why that doesn't make sense? I'm gonna tell you. And this is my science mind thinking about this. All right, so the Earth is somewhere right now in space, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's moving millions of miles an hour around the sun. And the sun is moving millions of miles an hour around the center of the galaxy. And the galaxy is moving millions of miles per hour through space, rotating around another galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
So all these stars that are happening right now are never they'll never be in the same place that they are when I finish this sentence ever again.
You have a question in the chat.
Now, I don't know when my birthday is. I don't know when I was born. all the places that all the stars that you see now are never going to be in the same place as they are right now. So what season is it now? Let's just say it's past Gemini season. Let's just say it's Taurus season. I'm not right. Just say it's Taurus season.
We're in Leo season now.
All right, so let's say it's Leo season. This Leo season has not been like any other Leo season in the history of Earth.
Mm-hmm.
We're billions of miles away from last year when the last Leo was born. The stars aren't anywhere close to where they used to be. The Earth isn't anywhere in relative, and next Leo season we're gonna be millions of miles in another place. So how are these things somehow adding up every year? I don't get it.
Well,
this shit don't add up. It doesn't even come close to making sense. The sun's not gonna be in the same place in space. The Earth isn't in the same place around the sun. The galaxy isn't in the same place relative to other galaxies. Like no. And it's never gonna match again. And not only that, but I got some bad news for y'all, yo. And women, y'all not gonna like this. But I gotta tell you. Mercury has been orbiting around the sun the same direction for 4.5 billion years. That shit never goes into retrograde. It's been orbiting the same exact way for 4.5 billion years, and it's never gonna change. It's never gonna stop and start going the other way. You know what Mercury being in retrograde means, and it's gonna make sense when I say it, because what the appearance of retrograde is the same thing that you think it is. Or no, it's not the same thing that you think it is. It's the same thing that it is in your head. When people say that Mercury is in retrograde, it's an illusion. It's an illusion created that makes Mercury look like it's going the other way. And the thing that happens to you when Mercury is in retrograde, that's also an illusion. It's an illusion just like the actual thing, because Mercury's been going the same way this whole time. It just goes like this, same way, 4.5 billion years. It's an illusion that it goes the other way. It's an illusion that it has an effect on you.
Well,
all right. Anyway, let's move back.
We need to cancel astrology. Astrology in the chat. I'm fucking sick of crystals and stars. Wake the fuck up, bro. We need God.
This girl done called my wife and figured out that I'm an Aries. You see her in the chat? Oh my God!
You got background checks on you. We gonna figure you out.
Don't be giving out my social security number, Randy.
That's funny.
Nah, I'm messing around. That
is too funny.
About having something that you can reach for, that you can have, look forward to, have faith in.
Because they believe in astrology. They believe in the planets. They believe in the crystals.
Look at his face. That's what I'm saying. Compared to the girls, guys are like trying to figure this shit out, really trying to navigate all this nonsense. And then the girls,
they believe in the science. And you know what? Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Do you think it gives false expectations?
I 100% believe it gives false expectations because
Randy, stop.
Everyone
Damn.
says the sign, the crystal gives this energy. The sign gives this this momentum. No, it doesn't. It's all right here in your head. It's belief. It's what you believe you shall receive.
And men cannot believe in that garbage. If we start believing that shit, bro, the world will just fall apart. But every single girl in the West believes in that shit because we accept that they live in La La Land.
Why, when you're single, you long for a relationship, but when you're in a relationship, you long...
Bro, do you see him? Yeah! Like the girls, all the dudes here, it's like, it's really, I've never noticed this before. Every guy in a night out
For your freedom.
Good question.
What was the question?
You long for your freedom. I would have to say, now in these days, in this generation, people get so insecure when it comes to social media.
Why when you're single do you want to be in a relationship, and why when you're in a relationship you want to be single?
Yeah.
Because you have something and
Look at the difference. Look at the difference. And the guy's like just trying to figure it out, like
Sneako stays on
this shit makes no
irritated.
goddamn fucking sense. And then immediately you go to the girl with the same this, the same this, the same la la la. Look how happy they are. I want to be this happy for doing nothing, yo.
you're like, oh, I want that. And then you have it and you're like, no, I want that. If that makes sense.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
You want what you don't have.
Is it human nature to never be satisfied?
I think so, yes. Because it's like, once you get something that you want more. So you're never fully satisfied for it.
It is human nature.
Look, bro, this is going to be so funny. For the rest of the video, I hope they edit it like that. Look, every guy, I'm telling you, is going to look the same way, and every girl's going to look the same.
I think as humans, we're constantly, corrupted by social media. And it tends to program us into thinking else.
Do you think social media is inherently bad or a symptom of a larger problem?
Inherently bad.
Social media can be good. It has its goods. It has its.
I think social media is inherently bad. I think it's all social media.
It's a good way to connect people and learn from one another. But it can be very toxic and bad with the programming and the beauty. When it comes to beauty, and yeah, it's bad for the society sometimes, I believe.
I think it created a sense of anonymity like that has never existed before on Earth, where everybody can speak their opinion, even if it's not their opinion. They could just say what they want under a mask, even if it's not a mask, even if it's your picture. You don't have to stand in front of anybody and say it.
Yeah,
being in people's presence and saying things has weight.
Yeah, you can get punched in the face. You say something silly.
A lot of things can happen, but that's one thing.
Yeah, the Twitter fingers. The social media has gave everybody this alter ego of like the tough guy, the bad chick. You know what I'm saying? But it's like in reality, it's like you're not like that at all. Like it's crazy. Like even like when we play 2K. And it's like, when I'll have a person hit me up, oh, you're trash, bro, or oh my God, you know, talking crap. And then it's like when I go to their profile picture, and it's like, bro, you know, like in real life, I can beat you up. You know that, right? Like I'm looking at you. I'm not saying I'm MMA, but I'm looking at you, and I know that you're easy money. Like you be a done deal quick. And it's like we'll go back and forth all day long, and they'll talk all that crap. But it's like, but then when it's like, yeah, let's go to the reality. Give me an address so I can show up, or let me give you a link so you can show up. Then it's well, nah, bro, you're crazy. Now it's you trying to sweep me under the rug.
You went too far, right?
Yeah.
Look every single time, and look how long this one is on the right. Holy fuck!
That's about them with their eyebrows or eyelashes.
I think I figured it out. This is it. This is it.
Sure to never be satisfied.
Yes. It's because Instagram.
Yeah.
Because everybody's looking
Everyone has
comparing themselves.
Yeah, everyone has like fake expectations.
Yeah.
And you have fake eyelashes, huh?
Expectations are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the top 3 questions to ask when getting to know a potential love interest?
How much money do you make?
What do you do?
Yeah, what do you
do? That's what that means. How much money do you make? But you know what they say in the reverse? You should never ask a woman her age. You're gonna ask how much I weigh? Excuse me, you can't ask how old I am. But the first fucking thing they ask is how much money do you make?
Reminds me of? You know John Leguizamo?
Yeah.
He reminds me of John Leguizamo.
What do you do for work? How much money do you make?
Why do you think
Look at them. Look how fucking hard they laugh at everything. No dude in this video, there's another 14 minutes, is gonna be this happy saying nothing. The longer your lashes are, the happier you can be living in La La Land. Do you think that she believes in astrology? Of course.
That would be the #1 question.
Because we gotta know if we're gonna be with a book.
Me and her, we make some money. So
yeah, we make some money. So you gotta add it up. Like I want to equal.
Yeah, or you can make
Or it's
more.
either you're a boss to have a leech, or you two bosses, right?
And how do you think she makes money? Do you think that they're doctors? You think that they're lawyers? Do you think that these two beautiful, brave queens right here are physicists? What do you think they do? How do you think they make their money?
Oh, snap.
Why is it in the age of independent women, a man's value is often
We
determined
can
by
make
what he
that a
provides?
topic subject
Because
for
I
next
kind of
week.
feel like God.
That's a great question.
All right, add that to the calendar. I remember that.
That's a great question. I need to know the answer to that.
Men were put on this earth to provide, were they not?
Yeah, ain't that the in the Bible?
So what were women put on the earth to do?
They want to be independent. See, I got time today. They want to be independent, but hold the man still accountable for the finances. It's just ridiculous. And all of them, I don't want to tie the good ones in there, but I'm going to say all. A program like this, and how? How can you say you're a boss chick, but you're going to still hold me accountable to my finances? And then my finances is going to dictate the direction of the relationship and the complexity of the relationship.
I mean, we talked about it before. I don't necessarily blame them. Culture tells them that they can be boss chicks. They can be stay-at-home doctors who are wives.
Culture. You know what? It's. Oh my Lord!
Culture is fucked up. Yeah.
I despise it. I wish that my culture wasn't stripped, and I don't want to go into a different dimension and direction of saying that, but it just saddens me because this Americanized culture is just completely buffoonery. It's buffoonery. It is absurd, and it's absolutely ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, so this was the direction that we wanted to do. That women were pushing so hard for equal rights and all this other stuff, and then this is it. for us to still be held accountable.
Yep. What you thought? What you thought, bro? Welcome to feminism, bro. Yeah, I think that's a good place to wrap this show up. Thank you. Yo. Hey, this is the last time I'm gonna tell you, I promise. Hit the share button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for you so YouTube can bother you. Shit, I'm messing up. Let me retake that. You guys ready? Take two.
Take two.
Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so YouTube can bother you every time we go online. And you can become part of the hive mind and hang out with us. Hey.
And when you do that, please comment to my question to make this make sense. Because I'm dazed and confused over here. I need somebody to make this make sense. I'm not gonna sleep until I figure that out. I need a woman to really break that down to me and make that make sense, baby girl, whoever you are. Please.
Somebody accept the challenge. We'll bring you on the show, yeah. Somebody accept the challenge.
I'm like.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Thanks for the support.
It's dark out here now.
It's dark out here. Yeah, we had to turn the light on, trying to get us some brightness. We've been out here. I can't even see how far.
Wait. You gotta challenge her. Repeat the question. You want to repeat the question?
No, you go ahead.
So the question was that the new modern day woman that's pushed for independence still holds a man to a traditional value. And my question is that how? So why, if you're a boss chick and if you're making tons of money, then why does my money that I make dictate the direction on what we're gonna be, or dictate the direction of the relationship? Like, how does that happen? Like, independentness in women has been promoted for not that long, but long enough.
I say at least the last 80 years. It's been long enough.
And that's fine. That's a wonderful thing. I agree with it. But then the thing that's the twist is that, but I still have to hold the
it's
traditional.
Not just financial independence, it's sexual independence.
Yeah, I have to still fulfill.
Yeah, you're accountable as a man for everything that men are ever been accountable for
from day one.
Since the beginning of time.
From the beginning of time.
Yeah.
Which is provide, leadership, whatever, protection.
Protect, all that stuff.
All that other stuff. So it's like I get held to that standard. You want to be pushed for equal rights. You've been put in equal rights situations. But none of your stuff matters when we're together.
Nope.
So it only matters when you're apart.
I mean, I got a bunch of opinions on that, but
well, I appreciate the efforts to answer the question and stuff like that. But we might make this a topic maybe in a week or
I'm
two.
not a boss chick. I'm a traditional lady. I cannot accurately answer the question. I'm sorry, and that's fine. That's great. That's great actually.
No,
Then he's not talking to you. He's talking to others.
Yeah, I just, it's just like I don't know. I'm not bothered, but that was like a lightning rod. I was like, wait.
No, I know what you mean. It's not bothering, but it is like a riddle.
Yeah, like
it's a riddle at the least.
Because you know what? Because I'm looking at like my son. You know what I'm saying? He's 12. Yeah. Like he's gonna be kind of head first into that, and I'm like,
and it seems like it's getting worse.
And it's like I have to have these answers for him some kind of way. I can't just be like, oh shit, I don't know, gotta try to protect the boy some kind of way.
Well, hopefully we'll keep talking about it here every Sunday on America's Mind. And he might have some answers by the time he's ready to dive into the game and pick somebody up.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, that is crazy. That was like a great question. And I'm like, wait,
glad we could be of service. Yeah,
because they sure do be running that kind of offense. Like, well, hold up. I need Oprah. I need her to ask that question.
Thank y'all for joining us tonight. I'm Jamal Williams.
And I'm Christopher Bear.
And we are America's Mind.
My.